Can anyone tell me what is a traveling salesman problem? Can anyone quickly tell me what is traveling salesman problem? All right. It is
Hello.
about yes, 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 Prem.
Ma'am, that is a
Hmm.
traveling salesman travels to many different places. So the shortest path
Hmm.
is the finding the shortest path is the that problem.
No, Prem, you should say that a salesman begin from a city, a place, begin from a place, visits every other place once, and come back to the starting place
Yeah, ma'am.
in the shortest possible way. Right, that is a traveling salesman problem. And there are different ways of solving. The first one we saw n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 factorial means it is more for n minus 1. So you are going for next. Okay, this problem is known as combinatorial explosion problem. As n grows, uh, the time to solve the problem would also grow. So it is all about finding the shortest path, shortest route. Consider this: C1 is the start city. From C1, uh, traveling salesman has to move to C2 to C3, uh, C4. These are the connections, edges. These this is a graph where north are the cities and edges are the distance between the cities and connection. And there is a path between the cities. So distance between C1 C2 is 7. Distance C1 to C3 is 11. C1 to C4 is 12, is 11. C1 to C5 is 15. C2 to C3 is 20. C2 to C4, 10. C2 to C5, 12. C3 to C4, 13. C3 to C5, 17. C4 to C5, 5. All right, these are the distance. In this solution, start from the start city, go to the next city and travel all that cities, okay, once and come back to the starting city. And we are putting the distances 7, 20, 13, 5, 15. This is total is 60. In the beginning, you mark this as the best route, the shortest route, using this symbol, uh, route symbol. You mark it as uh, shortest, and this is current best path. In second combination, C1 to C2 to C3, C3 in the first one from C3 you are taking going to C4. In the second one you are going to C5, later to C4, and this come out to be 60, and you are putting cross because it is not lesser than the current best path. Moving ahead, C1 to C2, C4, C3, C5, C1. Again, this is a different route. C C1 to C2 you are going, C2 to C4 you are going, not C3. Here you see it was C3. And it turns out to be 72. This is also higher than the current best. So this also you are crossing. Later, C1 to C2 to C4 to C5 to C3 to C1. This is another path. And when you sum up the distances, you get 50. And 50 is smaller than 60. So now 60 is marked cross. Apparently, 50 is now given the symbol square root to specify that it is the current best. The fifth option is also higher than the current best, which is 50. It is not explored further. Sixth option turn out to be smaller than the current best. Current best is 50 and the new path found is 48. Now 50 is crossed and 40 is it is marked as the current best. Another path, this is not to be expanded further. It is just partially evaluated. It is necessary to come back to C1. Here you are not coming back to C2. So C1. Therefore, um, here it is cross. This is also cross, and this is also cross. And this process might continue. What all options you can generate, you have to generate, and then you have to continue this process. So far, for 10 options, 48 is found to be the best one. This is one way of doing the traveling salesman problem. Moving on to the next topic, which is heuristic search techniques. Heuristic search techniques are the informed search techniques. Please recall that we have seen two kinds of searches: exhaustive search or uninformed search or blind search. The second group is heuristic search or informed search. And why it is called as heuristic and informed? Essentially, here there is a criteria. In heuristic search, a criteria is chosen that determines the most effective option to reach the goal. And this technique improves the efficiency of the search process by uh, sacrificing the claims of systematic and completeness. You know, when you go for exhaustive search, you explore all the options. Consider an example. You have to go to Nizam College to Osmania University. In exhaustive search, you have to evaluate every path that exists between these two places. And it turns out to be, um, inefficient process because it takes more time. You have to check every route possible in exhaustive. In heuristic, there is a criteria. The criteria is that wherever there is less traffic, you want to go in that path. That path may not be the best path, but then that is chosen based on the criteria. The criteria was less traffic. Your goal is to reach early. You might be willing to spend a little more on the convenience so that you can reach early. That is the criteria. So here, based on the criteria of low traffic, less traffic. This is known as heuristic based search. The searches are of two kinds, general purpose and special purpose. In general purpose heuristic, it is a nearest neighbor algorithm that works by selecting locally superior alternative. Locally superior alternative, it means that suppose you are at Nizam College, you just look for the options in say Google Map. It shows that this path is having less traffic. You choose that path. However, later it may be realized that after a certain point, this path is leading to more traffic. Locally, it is fine, but it may not be efficient globally. What do you mean by global and what do you mean by local? Local means within a specific range. Okay, which are adjacent. We can say that which are very much adjacent to the point. That is local. Uh, there are, suppose if you consider two different areas. Bashir Bagh is immediately connected to Abbots. Abbots is immediately connected to Nampally. From Bashir Bagh to Nampally, if you say that Bashir Bagh to Abbots is low traffic, you opt for that. Later, from Abbots to Nampally, you found that there is more traffic. Here, the essence of learning this point is that you need to understand what is local and what is global. Local is which is adjacent. So this general purpose heuristics, they for combinatorial problems, all combinatorial problems, all permutations and combinations you do know for that. But then what happens is in general purpose heuristic, there might be no domain knowledge used. Okay. It is fun to see a program do something intelligent than to prove it. Since AI problem domains are usually complex, it is generally not possible to produce analytical proof, and it is not even possible to describe the range of problems to make statistical analysis more meaningful. These are all the reasons for ad hoc approaches in AI. Ad hoc approaches means some criteria you choose. Based on that criteria, uh, it is decided that this is only the good one and you proceed with it. All right. And domain specific heuristics um, makes use of domain knowledge. For instance, domain knowledge means if you look at this root problem, you have to have the knowledge of the places or the areas within Hyderabad. Suppose if you are traveling more in Hyderabad, you have to have knowledge of that domain, that place. And these are known as informed search strategies. Heuristic search strategies are known as informed search strategies. The first one is branch and bound. Branch and bound is also known as uniform cost search. In this type of search method, there is a cost function which is denoted by g of x, and it assigns cumulative expense to the path from start node to the current node. You are developing this graph. This is the start. And these are the routes. From start, in order to reach, this is S. This one are A, B, C, D. To reach from S to D, what is the cumulative cost? Cumulative cost means what? To reach from S to B, there are paths like A to D and S to B to D, say S to D to S to C to D. These are the paths available. And then there are the cost assigned. Here, if you have 2 and 4, it would be 6. Here, if you have 1 and 3, it will be 4. Here, if you have 1 and 2, it will be 3. So, whichever is the least cost from start to the current node, that is chosen. Here, in this case, S to D through C is chosen. S, C, D. Why is SCD is chosen? Because it is evaluated to be the shortest one among the available paths. Alright, so the least cost path has to be chosen. This is branch and bound search. This algorithm for branch and bound, the input is start node and the goal node. If in the given example, start node is S, goal node is D, and there are local variables open, closed, node, successors, found. Output is yes or no. The method is to initially store the start node with g of root is equal to 0. This is the cost. G of s is equals to 0 in the open list. And closed list is 5. 5 means it is empty. Found is equal to false. While open is not equal to empty or nil, found equal to false, do. Until these two conditions are true, what you have to do is remove the top element from the open list and call it node. If node is the goal node, then found equal to true. Now, in our example, g of s is in the open list. Uh, uh, take it out, check whether it is goal. It is not goal. If it is not goal, put the node in closed list. There is an open list, there is a closed list. S was in open, you move S to closed, and you find the successors of S if there are any and compute their G values, store them in the open list. And store all the nodes in the open list based on their first function values. So what are you doing here? You are removing the node from open to close. You are removing from open and putting into close. And what are the successors? Successors are A, B, C. And what is the path? C is the smallest, then B, then A. Okay, C is 1, B is also 1, and A is 4 or something. So C and B are the same. What do you do then? You again check, is open not equal to 5? Yes, it has C, B, A, all the successors of S. And remove first element, which is C. We are removing C. And is C goal node? No. If it is not goal node, put C in the closed. Remove from open and put in the closed. And find the successors. What are the successors of C? We know that successors of C are D, E, and F. And based on their cost, compute their G values and store them in the open list. Okay. Store all the nodes in the open list based on their cost function values. So you have put like C, D, E, F. Now remove D from the open list. Is it a goal node? Yes, it is a goal node. Found is equals to true, and if found is true, return yes. Yes, we have found the uh, path from S to D, which is shortest. This is the algorithm for uniform cost search or branch and bound. If cost is 1 for every path, it degenerates to simple breadth first search. It turns out to be breadth first search. And then algorithm requires generate solution and test it for goodness. Solution can be generated by using any method, and testing might be based on some heuristics. Skeleton of okay, it has to generate a possible solution. Test if it is a goal. If it is not goal, start, else quit. This is generate and test algorithm, which we put in that branch and bound algorithm, that within else part and if part, if else part, whatever is there, you can make it into generate and test algorithm. Yeah. Next algorithm is hill climbing, or next heuristic or informed search method is hill climbing. In the hill climbing, uh, which is a variant of generate and test strategy, it is an optimization technique that belongs to family of local searches. Will anyone tell me the meaning of optimization technique? Do you know any optimization technique? OR, I think OR you completed, no? Operation research. In that, some optimization algorithms are there, some methods for solving some problems. Can you name any one method which you have used in order to solve? Well, there are algorithms like uh, gradient descent, stochastic gradient descent, which we use in machine learning. Hill climbing is also one of the optimization technique. When there are several solutions, hill climbing is used to solve a problem by choosing a solution which is better than others. All right, there are several solutions for a given problem, but then the goal is to choose the better solution. Consider traveling salesman problem again. It can be solved with hill climbing, and it is easy to find a solution that will visit all the cities, but the solution may be bad compared to the optimal solution. Optimal solution is the best. Okay, it is the perfect solution, but whatever solution you are obtaining, it may be better but not the best. And when there are tree of paths, hill climbing proceeds in depth first order. Choices are ordered according to some heuristic value, and the heuristic value would be the measure of training cost from current to goal node. This is the algorithm. The inputs are start and goal node. If you consider again that S and D problem, S to A to B, S to B to D, S to C to D. Local variables are open, node, successor, and found, and output would be yes or no. The method is store initially the start node in the open list, maintained as a stack, and found is equals to false until open is empty. Okay, while open is not empty, and found is equals to false. If found is equals to true, it comes out, or if open is equals to empty, it comes out. If it is not empty and it is false, then it enters inside. What is it doing? It is removing the top element from the open list, and it is calling it is called as node. If the goal node is found true equal to found equal to true, else successor of node. Please focus here this point. Successor is sorted based on the estimated cost from the node to the goal node and add them to the front of the open list. From the present node to the goal node, you have estimated. You know, Uber, suppose if I book a cab in Uber or Ola, it gives me some estimated cost. If I say from Nizam College to Usmania University, then it says that 140 rupees. But 140 is not fixed. That is estimated cost based on the kilometers and routes and several factors. He suppose here if Uber Ola gives 150. Again, this is also an estimated cost. After going there, when the driver stops the meter, then meter in the sense that app, in that app, if he say reach the destination, if that reached button is pressed, then again the actual cost is calculated. This is estimated. From estimated, it can be sometimes 200 also. It can be sometimes 170 also. I have never experienced the estimated cost uh, uh, getting down in the actual. It can be same or it is more. Anyone face this experience where the estimated cost and actual cost there is a difference and actual is less than estimated? All right. So then there is some estimated cost from the node to the goal node. Based on that estimated cost, the successors are sorted. So this is done for every node, like how we did earlier. What are the problems in hill climbing? Local maximum. There are three problems. So local maximum means uh, it considers the better path which are in its neighbors. All right, whatever are the best part in the neighbors, it chooses that. But there may be a path which is costing more after it crosses its neighbors. After it crosses the neighbor, there also there may be less path having less cost. But then this hill climbing method will not consider. Hill climbing method will consider only the neighbor's cost. That is known as local maximum. All right. And this is a problem in this hill climbing. Plateau. It is a flat area of the search space where all the neighboring states have the same value. If from reaching to A, B, C from S, B and C both are giving the same value, 1, 1. And now consider A is also giving 1. In that scenario, it is very difficult to determine which neighbor to be chosen because all are equal. That problem is known as plateau problem. A ridge problem, it is an area of search space that is higher than the surrounding areas. Surrounding areas are having a value which are less than the next area's value, and that is higher to reach. So what has to be done? There should be a jump made from uh, present state to the subsequent state after the neighbor. Okay, that is a ridge. So it is required to move uh, one step ahead. Then the ridge problem would be solved, and it is a special kind of local maxima. Ridge is a special kind of local maxima, and here two or more rules apply before doing the test. Before moving on to the next path, two or three rules have to be applied. This is ridge. This is also a problem in hill climbing. Uh, Students, do you have any doubts in these three topics which we studied? Traveling salesman problem, heuristic search under that branch and bound, and hill climbing. If you have any doubt, you can ask. If there are no doubts, then we will meet tomorrow. We'll continue the next topic in tomorrow's class.